Yo, what's good, man? This is your boy at DFS Mastermind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. I'm going to go ahead and get you my top 5 plays for tomorrow's early slate. Early only, man. We got a 3-game slate. I want to go ahead and put my picks out before I go to sleep. And then, of course, I will hit you with my top plays for the main slate. Whenever I finish up my research for the late slate or for the main slate. If this is your first time watching this video, watching me, hearing my voice, I want you to go ahead and hit that sub button, man. And then while you hit the sub button, hit the little notification bell, man, so you will not miss a video. I come out with videos like this daily on the 3 major sports. MLB, I can't wait for MLB to roll around. NFL just ended. And then, of course, NBA. We're in full-time NBA grind mode, man. So let's get it. I had another wonderful night tonight. Shout out to Levert, man, for not playing. It really saved me with one of my lineups because I went with Bazemore in one of my lineups, and he had the 3-piece, man. He had the 3-piece. He didn't play a ton of minutes, but I think he shot 1 for 9. He was just terrible, man. I don't think he got back in the second half at all. So that was just awful. My picks today were very, very solid. I know I had Satoransky. I know I had Otto Porter, Markieff Morris, and Big Cat. I don't remember who I had as shooting guard. It was Terry Rozier. He had a 22-piece, man, so he did okay. But anyways, man, we had another solid night. We're going to look to keep it rolling. Now, listen, I've been playing DFS for a long time, and I always try to say there's no such thing as a must play. But I ran into a player who I'm about to recommend right now who I really feel like is a must play. And that guy is going to be Mr. Drew Holiday, 7,500, taking on the Clippers. This is an awesome matchup on paper, man. DVP-wise, the Clippers rank 5th worst in the league when it comes to slowing down shooting guards. It's a place we want to attack with no Boogie Cousins in the lineup. We don't have much information to really dive into the stats without Boogie Cousins on the floor because he's super consistent. He's rarely hurt. So he's played a big chunk of the minutes. So we don't have like a tremendous sample size to kind of pick and choose who would see the most who would see the most uptick in usage and production, and all those good stats that we like to look for. But one thing I can tell you, anytime you take 20-plus shots out of a lineup, you're going to lean on some of your best offensive players to try to make that production up. And while everybody's going to go with AD, I just know it. I will load up on Drew Holiday, man. I think his shots per game will go up. I'm officially starting the Drew Holiday train, man. That sounded bad. But listen, we're going to continue to roster Drew Holiday until his price tag is up in the 9Ks, man. Trust me, it is coming. We absolutely must roster him tomorrow. That is my favorite play. That's the one guy you have to have in your lineup, man. If you don't listen to anybody else, go Drew Holiday. If he turns out to be terrible, I want y'all to come back to this video, leave me some nasty comments, downvote all of my videos. But he's gonna crush, man. I have a really good feeling about him. So let's go ahead and get some Drew Holiday in our lineup. Moving on to shooting guard. My top shooting guard is gonna be my boy Malcolm Brogdon. I know he didn't play last game, and I know he has the questionable price tag, but I think that was just precautionary, man. I think what we're starting to see the NBA do now is give people fake injuries, real small injuries whenever they want to rest somebody. And that's what they did with Malcolm Brogdon. I'm pretty sure he will be back, and he has an even better matchup than my boy Drew Holiday, man. Chicago ranks 2nd worst when it comes to slowing down shooting guards. I've been saying this all season. We really want to attack the shooting guards versus Chicago. I think with Levine coming back, it gives them a slight increase, but not much, man. These young cats, they're not focused on defense. So I really want to go ahead and lock in Malcolm Brogdon. Moving on to shooting or to small forward, I apologize. My top small forward is going to be E'Twaun Moore. I'm looking for other ways to capitalize on the fact that Boogie Cousins is out. And like I said, we're going to have to make up these 20 plus shots. E'Twaun Moore is a capable scorer on this team, and he already takes double-digit shots. If we can get him taking even more, that is going to have more. You get it? His last name is Moore, too. So if we can get him taking more shots, man, it would be a beautiful spot for Mr. E'Twaun Moore. I want to go ahead and recommend him. And another guy is coming from the same situation. I know a lot of people will feel uneasy about rostering this many Pelicans, but I'm going to give you Mr. Darius Miller. I actually recommended him last game he played, went out, scored 20 real points. This guy is really coming into his own. He is a very, very solid NBA player. He can shoot the ball, man. That is always a positive sign. I want to go ahead and get him in. I think he'll be seeing some minutes at the power forward. So I'm just trying to figure out ways to make up this production from Boogie being out. Now, I'm sure they'll probably slide Dante Cunningham into the starting lineup or Ashik or somebody like that. I don't want that guy, man. I want E'Twaun Moore. I definitely want Holiday. And then I think Miller would be the guy who benefits and plays 30-plus minutes going forward. So I want to go ahead and get him. Moving on to center. I know everybody wants to roster Davis. I do too, man, but I will not be, man. I will likely have Harding in my lineup, man. I really love the matchup. I want to go ahead and exploit that matchup versus Phoenix. So that's going to be my big dog. But a guy for center that I want to really recommend, I have 3 of them, man. And it's all what ifs around them. Greg Monroe. If we get news that one of these other centers are going to be out, of course we can look for Greg Monroe. If we get news that Lynn is out or Chandler's out, I will be firing up Mr. Greg Monroe. But if we get no news, I'm going to leave him alone, man. His price tag is going up. So I'll stay away from that, man. He could get hit with that DMP. That is never a good thing. Next guy I want to recommend is going to be John Henson. He's been playing very consistent basketball, man. This is a good matchup versus Chicago, man. I think he could really exploit some of these guys. We're not seeing Lopez play a ton of minutes for Chicago. And John Henson will just have the size advantage on the rest of these centers, man. So I look for John Henson to have an A-OK game on tomorrow's slate. Not my favorite guy, but I think he's worth mentioning. Now, the last guy that I want to recommend is very, very iffy. GPP, I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm going to be running this guy in cash and GPP. I feel nervous about it already. But, man, we gotta get Harden, man. We gotta take some cuts somewhere. So another spot I will be taking a cut at is center. And I'm going with Bobby Portis, man. I know it's not a pretty thing. The minutes, look at these minutes, man. 22, 25. Before that, it was 15 and 18. But we were seeing a minutes increase. And one thing that's a tall tale sign that Portis should be getting 20-plus minutes is Lopez minutes is going straight down, man. He has not been seeing a ton of run here lately. I'm hoping that they're starting to go with some of their youth and they let Bobby Portis flourish out there, man. We're seeing it with marketing. We're seeing it with Meritage. We know what they have in those guys. Portis is a big play type of player. At 4,700, I'm really taking a chance. If you're running one lineup, I don't suggest you, run with this value play. I'm running one lineup, and I'll be doing it for all of my lineups. But, I understand what I'm risking, man. I don't want y'all to try to lean on me for advice and then be upset if Bobby Portis comes back with a 15 piece, man, which is very, very possible. So That's it, man. Those are my top plays. So tread lightly with Portis. That would be my last piece of advice. But I do think he's in a very good situation. I know I don't sound too confident because we never know with the minute situation. But that's a guy that I'm rocking with, man. I'm going to quit talking about Portis. We got Drew Holiday, man, up top. We got my boy Malcolm Brogdon. We got Etwan Moore. We got Darius Miller. And we got Bobby Portis. That's going to do it for my top 5. I want y'all to bless up. I want y'all to cash out. Let's get to the green line. Hit me with a thumbs up, with a sub if you new, if you're watching this. And if you want to get down with DFS Mastermind coaching, email is in the description, man. Feel free to hit me up. We'll chop it up. I'll let you know what I'm offering. The coaching includes some custom projections. Well, not projections, player pools. I'm giving you a custom player pool. I don't have the Excel spreadsheets like everybody else. So I'm giving you my custom player pool. I'm giving you game-by-game breakdowns. And then I'm giving you some one-on-one useful information. I'll come up with a portfolio for you, for a schedule for you, all this good stuff, man. So if you're interested in that, feel free to let me know. I'm about to get out of here. I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. I'll see y'all tomorrow when we get into the green line, man. Bless up. Let's get it.